Good morning. Good morning. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. How you guys doing today? What's happening? How was your 4th? Did you have a good 4th of July? What is going on? Dave Howard. Good to be back, baby. Shoot. You worked hard, I'm sure. Sorry, post. Yeah. Or your comment, I should say. So yeah, we had quite a hike yesterday. We made it. It wasn't pretty at times, but we got through it. Wendy Lee, I'm a solid 8-ish today. That's good. Wendy says, "Oh, what are we doing today? Oh, nothing. Just over here learning how to walk again." Yeah, I bet, Dave. Lots going on. Yep. People got to have their stuff. You know what I mean? Good morning, touring man. How are you? Good to see you. Shoot. Yeah, so we took to the hills yesterday and climbed Mount Washington via the Amahuna ravine. Straight day 20. Man, that's a lot. It was funny. They had a little sign there as you pull into the parking lot. I hadn't really used the word ravine yet. And we pulled in and I hear Wendy go, "Ravine." Just remember, babe, what goes up must come down. So yeah, we climbed through that. But what I hadn't planned on was the sheer volume of people that would decide that the 4th of July was a great day to hike. And hey, Josh Baker, good to see you. What's up, Dad? I prefer, those of you that know me, would prefer that there not be anyone else on my mountain when I'm out there. I kind of like the place to myself. Don't we all, right? But damn, were there some people. And the people coming down off the top of that mountain with kids. I couldn't believe it. Maybe they stayed in the hut overnight or something. They had to go. But we were looking at, of course, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's an unwritten trail rule, but you must dispense unsolicited advice all the way down to all the people and put the fear of God in them. So I had a volunteer come down to us. This guy was main guide and he was kitted up pretty good. Everybody knew who he was. And he's, went to let him go by, but he stops. And now he's got us stopped and he wants to tear us down about what's going on at the top of the mountain. And all you have to do is take one look at me on a trail in the kitchen sink strapped to my back, and you'll know that I'm pretty well prepared for whatever we get into. So stick to the people with the Jordache jeans and the penny loafers, brother. We got this. So, but that said, we heed the advice. And I'm glad we didn't turn around because it would have cost us a great day. And rough at the top, 75-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, well, typically on the top of Mount Washington, you're looking at 40 or 50. So what I hear, good morning, Matt Blood. Mark Bunker, good to see you. What I hear when somebody tells me there's 75-mile-an-hour winds at the top, I'm like, no, it's a little windy, a little breezy. So, and that's why we put the full north face set up in the bottom of the pack. And that's why we have headlamps. And that's why we have full rain gear. And that's why you have enough shit to spend the night on the mountain if you're prepared. So, does it suck dragging it all? Mm-hmm. But it sucks worse when you need it or come across somebody who may. So, anyway, you get a good dressing down by the trail master at the beginning of the hike, which is good because he's looking for those, like we saw the 4 college kids wearing their intramural t-shirt with sweats and a little slack pack, thinking that it's going to be a great day. And that's why they pick people off the mountain routinely. that aren't prepared. So it doesn't mean, and the guy, I heard him say to one person, they said, yeah, we got everything we need. And well, we'll be fine. And he goes, yeah, till you roll an ankle. So anything can happen. We had a good time. It was long. The trail down's always long, 3.7 miles. It dresses out at 7.5. I'm like, when does it end? But it was good. That Jewel Trail coming down off Mount Washington is good. We enjoyed that. And we did have that to ourselves most of the way down. And I think it was mostly because we were probably about the slowest. We didn't get going until a little after 8, which was fine. But we were going to go up under kind of by the Cog Railway and just stay out of the bugs. How long a hike was it? Mark says 10.1 miles. Up is awesome. Down, not so much. Yeah, well, the first time I got my dad on top of Katahdin, and he's like, so they just airlift us off the top of this thing? I don't see much point in hiking down. We already climbed it. Mary Bass, good to see you on Instagram. Yeah, it's the climb up it was rugged. Wendy was having a rough day going up, and but it was a ravine. It was it was long. It was steep. It was tough. So, Mark, we were out there for 10 hours, but we stopped. There's one hut called the Lakes of the Clouds hut. We stopped there and reevaluated what was going on. And we were into the shit pretty good, and we kind of took an evaluation there and said, okay, we can take a cutoff trail and intersect the Cog and bug out. We go back the way we came, or we could press on and go to the summit of Mount Washington. And guess which one Wendy picked? She said, we're going to the top. I said, okay, you need to let me know. If your hands get cold, your feet get cold, you get wet, I need to know. And I need to know now, not after you've been a tough guy for an hour. Because when we step out of this hut and go toward the summit for 1.5 miles, it's the most exposure we're going to have all day. And then after that, we've got 1.5 hours down toward the Jewel Trail, which is more exposure. So it's probably the most exposed hike you can do on. When I say exposed, I mean above tree line. So you got to have your shit together. And people look at me a little funny when I throw a winter North Face coat in the bottom of my pack in July. But they don't look at me funny when I roll into the summit and I'm wearing it and I'm snug as a bug in a rug. So we were good. We had gear. We had what we needed. I said, hey, this is why we pack it. Let's get it out and go. So we ate $35 worth of food at the, at the top of the mountain, and horrified some tourists, and then got geared up and headed down. So we had a great time, and I joke a lot about it, but all kidding aside, she had a full left hip replacement January 27th, and so to be up on the mountain like that and doing well, it's pretty solid, pretty inspiring at 54 years old. And to be able to do that and hang out with me, because I like to keep things moving. She did really well. So it was a long day. 10 hours. Christ, we didn't get back yet. We stopped and got something to eat, and we get back here till 10 o'clock last night. We left here at 5:30 a.m. So it's a full 2-hour drive up there. But it's just a good time. I like to get out in the White Mountains. Other than those things they call people, yes. Get off my trail. We kind of stepped aside one time and let people keep coming down. I should have counted. I bet it was 19 or 20 people, and that's just a lot on a mountain trail like that. But there you go. 4th of July. That's Bubba. There's 2 O's in July. Yeah, Dan Bennett, Mount Washington. We got it. So I sent Bubba a picture after, which he promptly returned a photo of him up there. He went up in a minivan a couple years ago, burned the brakes right off that baby coming down. So anyway, well, guys, yesterday I did this at 5 a.m. So you probably caught it on the rewind, unless you were touring, man, and or Wendy. It was quiet. We had a good time, but I kicked off a 10-day series on gratitude, and not just talking about, being thankful and that kind of mentality, but really digging into it as it relates to how your brain's wired, right? So I'm going to get into some high level neuroscience stuff here for you today. And if you believe this, then, I've got some oceanfront property for you, but no, it's true. I Googled it. Gratitude can actually rewire your brain for growth. It's not just emotional, it's neurological. Okay. So today I want to try to explore how intentional gratitude literally changes your brain chemistry and structure. If you don't believe that, I know some people a lot smarter than me that can talk you into it. And it'll prime you for performance, help you with your perspective, and give you peace under pressure. Yeah. Whoa. Look at that. So, yeah, it changes the brain, literally. Practice and gratitude activates your brain's reward center, okay? Boosting dopamine, serotonin, and chemicals associated with focus and motivation, happiness. It also reduces activity, and watch out, big word, amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and reactivity. I probably said that wrong, but I practiced a couple times. Long-term gratitude practice strengthens the prefrontal cortex, your decision-making, leadership, and self-control center. So, literally, gratitude is just literally reps for your brain. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Simple as that. Use it or lose it. Okay. And the fact that you're practicing some gratitude isn't woo-woo. Okay. It can actually help you show up better in life. 69 on the sleep score. Spent almost an hour in the hot tub this morning trying to get right with the world. Maybe had a couple coffees in there. Gratitude can promote mental clarity, right? Better performance, better mental performance. When you express gratitude, your brain is less likely to spiral into the anxiety and those negative loops that we have, right? Wendy says, I'm not going to lie. I thought of gratitude quite a bit yesterday while climbing to reset my mindset. Sure. Yeah. The shift from threat mode to solution mode. All right. Let's talk about that for a minute. From threat mode to solution mode. It's going to give you faster recovery from stress, better clarity from, in tough decisions, times when you're making tough decisions, and more energy because you're not constantly fighting invisible fires. Yeah, Mark says, I am every damn morning. No days off. Love it. So you can't access vision, leadership, or strategy when you're stuck in fear. It's impossible, right? It's like trying to look in two directions at the same time. Gratitude fills up that mental bandwidth. I like to say bandwidth, It's one of my favorite buzzwords lately. I don't have the bandwidth for that. You're always training something, right? Like it's called neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly rewiring based on where you place your attention. If you focus on what's wrong, you train yourself to see more of it. What is it? The reticular activation system, something like that, RAS. Your neighbor buys a red Toyota truck, and then for the next 10 weeks, you see red Toyota trucks everywhere, and you've never seen any one of them, right? If you focus on what's working, your brain builds pathways of optimism and focus and problem solving. So, in short, you become what you rehearse. And gratitude is your daily mental rehearsal for solution-driven mindset. Solution-driven mindset. Hey, how are we going to fix that, right? Get off my mountain. I don't have the bandwidth for you today. Yeah. Oh, we had a couple people just wanting, the people, I love the tourists. When you're up in the Mount Washington Observatory area, they have a big cafe and everything. And they want to tell you all about when they hiked and why they don't hike anymore and how long a day you're going to have and how well you're going to sleep tonight. Thank you. And are you going to eat all that food? Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are. All right. Why does this stuff matter for high performance? Because gratitude increases emotional regulation, long-term vision, quality of your relationships, right? Patience, trust, confidence, all that stuff. These aren't nice to haves. Think of them as competitive advantages. right? You're playing the mental game at a higher level when you're coming from a place of gratitude. All right, here we go. So here's the truth. You don't need more hacks. You need a habit that stabilizes your mind and regulates emotions, strengthens your leadership. You know, like settle down, Francis. That's what gratitude does when practiced intentionally and consistently. Okay. I've had times when, hey, I've just like been like, we took a few moments yesterday. It cleared off on our way down on the hike. Took a few minutes and just hung out. Of course, Wendy on the way down would prefer you don't speak to her. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just wants to go down. She's just like a woman on a mission. But so she actually went like this to me as I stopped to look around. She goes, keep going. Right. I go, okay. So then I tried to blow her up a couple times and she stayed with me. But yeah, we stopped and just looked around. I mean, you got great Gulf on this side, and it's just you can see all the northern presidentials, and you look over on this side, and you're overlooking where the cog goes up, and you can see back to Mount Washington. So you clear across to the lakes of the clouds, hut. And I said, hey, one time we stopped. Hey, you see anything? And if you look like 2 miles that way, you can see the hut where we climbed up to, and you can see the ravine that we climbed out of, and that puts some perspective to it. But I just kind of sat there and was like, I don't know how long we'll be able to do this stuff. I'll be 56 in August, and who knows? My knees feel good, hips feel good, and I want to be able to do that kind of stuff as long as we can. So I'm grateful that we can do it. There's a lot of people that can't, and so I don't want to look back and go, oh man, we should have done that one more time. Yeah, she is a trooper, Dave. She's a trooper. She it was tough because admittedly we did a couple hikes early in the year, but we haven't done anything in the last maybe 4 to 6 weeks. So she defined this as off the couch. I wouldn't recommend it. That's why I told you we're going to do something epic tomorrow, right? So you guys can have your morning reflection, speaking gratitude aloud, and do all those things. But I would challenge you to maybe write some stuff down. Bunker's been journaling every day. Write some things down about how you handled it when the pressure was high. And think about how that rewired your state and helped you lead better. And then do this. If you're somebody that's doing some journaling or you got something to write with, list 3 things that you're grateful for. Have you ever done that? And just write why each one matters to you. 1 sentence. So 3 things in 1 sentence. But take 60 seconds to kind of feel it. Not just mentally list it. Oh, thankful for my wife, my kids, my house. Yeah. No, take a few minutes to just feel it and connect to it emotionally. And repeat this for as long as we do this series, which is 8 more days after today. Call it a week, whatever. Repeat it for the next week. Write down 3 things every day that you're grateful for, and follow it up with a sentence of why. I know some of you guys on this call are journaling, and keep each other honest. Keep each other accountable. Send each other just a picture of the journal cover. I did mine today. Did you do yours? Gratitude inventory is a clutch exercise. Yeah, Matt, good to see you, buddy. Yeah. Well, cool. Guys, if this was helpful, pop a fist pump in the chat or a double like Dave Howard, our perennial overachiever here in the group. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how gratitude connects to peak performance. You'll see how the world's best athletes, business leaders, and thinkers are using gratitude. Not as fluff, but as fuel. All right? It's not just about feeling good. It's about doing great work. Okay? So be here tomorrow. Same time, same station. Morning. Hey, Matt. Good to see you. Yeah, for sure. Well, we're going to do a little running around today and take care of some wedding shit. And we're right on top of that, really. I say we, when I say we, I mean Wendy has done a great job planning everything, and I, I'm on Zoom calls a lot, so I say, geez, I wish I could do more. And she said, you're doing that, I'm doing this. So together we make a great team. Get out there and move the feet forward. Yeah, you going for a run today, Dave? We're gonna go for a shuffle. I closed the door to come down here, and usually I have my coffee, my cell phone balancing on the laptop's open because I've got the live teed up. I got to manage the door, and I kind of set my coffee down, close the door. And Wendy was on the other side of the door, and all she heard was, ooh, because grumbling down the stairs. So they say day 2 is worse. It's going to be worse tomorrow, but I don't know, man. It's all good. It's worth it. If you got something you're looking to do, it's on your bucket list. Get out there and do it, guys. The world, don't let the world pass you by, So anyway, we're gonna hit it hard today. Probably head over to my folks' house, and I was talking to my dad last weekend about painting the coping around the pool. That pool's held up well. It's like 45 years old. I can remember. I think I was 10 when we were putting that in. So it's 45 years old. So we've had a lot of good times in it. So I think I'm going to repaint the white around the coping. So that looks good out in the backyard for the wedding. So Dave says not running now, probably walking B2B to keep the streak going. Oh, cool. Got an injury, calf, something, foot, lower leg. Yeah, stay healthy. Liquid IID for day after recovery. I highly recommend it. Yeah. And coffee, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get some breakfast and restack the carbs on this thing. Oh, knee, not good. Yeah. Take care of that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a little something out of it. Tomorrow I'll be back again to talk more gratitude. We're gonna work on that, and hopefully after me pounding it into your noggin for 10 days, you'll be more grateful. So all right. Well, good. Have a great day, guys. I appreciate you being here. Those of you guys that I didn't shout out, I see you. I thank you for being here. Those of you guys that watch this on the replay and you never comment or never say anything, I see you too, and I appreciate you. All right. We'll see you guys. Take care.